They are more than 10 games ahead of second. The Cardinals are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Pittsburgh Pirates had 12 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Nats 4-1. At the moment, the Pirates sit in second place in the National League Central, 16 games out of first. The Nationals sit in second place in the National League East Division, 4.5 games back. The Marlins starting pitcher, number 45, won his first game of the season as the Marlins took care of Atlanta 4-3. Right now, the Marlins sit in third place in the National League East Division, 8 games out of first. The Braves are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Henry Mejia won his 5th game out of the bullpen, helping the Mets get by the Phillies 2-1. As of today, the Mets are atop the National League East Division. They have a 4.5 game cushion. The Phillies are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Rockies swung it well with 15 hits in this one as they got the victory in extra innings against the Dodgers 6-5. They stay.
There we go, finally. Whew. Yeah, because there's no way I'm putting... Yeah, there's no way I'm putting Chris Carter in right field. There's simply no way. That's what I'm doing.
MLB The Show has baseball now on a Sunday afternoon at Miller Park in Milwaukee. Today we wrap up the homestand with the third of 3 between the Cincinnati Reds and the Milwaukee Brewers. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Jimmy Nelson will be the man on the mound for the Brewers. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's got close to 200 innings this year. Been very dependable, thrown deep into a lot of ball games. He's looking to do the same in this one.
I hope he does too, man.
Billy Hamilton makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Afternoon for Cincinnati, center fielder Billy Hamilton.
Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. Eric Karros, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And it hasn't been a homestand to remember so far. They're just 2-3 in their first 5 games, so they're going to need to pick it up.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
Why are we lobbing it?
Well, here's another look. This looked to be a fairly routine play. Just might have hit him, though, on the heel of the glove, and now they've got a leadoff base runner.
Why did we just lob it?
Eugenio Suarez will stand in now, and as you can easily tell from the splits, he's really struggled away from home. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
Jeanette is there for it. 1 away. A moment here to take a look at the Cincinnati Reds starting lineup in this one. How do they get back into the win column, Psycho?
They're just putting everyone in right
This one
field.
could be a slugfest. If you get to the starter early and you continue to beat up on that bullpen, goodness, you could score a ton of runs.
Joey Votto stands in as he looks at a called strike. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back. Runners on first with one down. And this is swung on and missed as they jump ahead of Votto here, 0-2. First curveball of the day for him, and likely not the last.
No, he's got a good one. There's no doubt about that. He'll start it on the hip versus righties, and he'll backdoor it to lefties. Two different locations, but equally effective.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Brewers defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, Ryan Braun has always been known as one of those power hitters. He's also got a power arm and can cover some ground in that outfield. Very reliable, plays a smart defensive outfield. Always an asset in any game.
Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-2.
All right.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Reds leave 1, and now the Brewers will get their first cuts. No score. Homer Bailey is on the mound for the Reds in this one. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, Matty, he's got a pretty good strikeout to walk ratio, 3-1. We'll see if that holds true in this one.
Here comes Austin Jackson as he'll step up to
Yeah, he came through for us
in
last
the
game.
bottom of the first.
He has 3 RBIs in the series.
And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball.
No, that's not what I want to shoot. Okay.
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. Eric, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, they are in the midst of a pretty bad stretch as they've dropped 6 straight coming in.
And to make matters worse,
Let's go.
They've got to square off against one of the best pitchers in the game, so it's not going to be easy to turn things around here.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Scooter Gennett.
Scooter Gennett
Hello, Scooter.
come forward now.
Scooter.
Back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. Bailey pauses. Here's the first pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hamilton is after it. He can't get there as it falls in.
I would have fucked it up. Good thing I thought we went for it, but that's just me.
Good start to the inning here as back-to-back singles have him in a good position to push across that first run of the afternoon.
Ryan Braun will stand in now. Happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
As a hitter here, you've got to make him get the ball up. You don't go swinging at pitches that are down in the zone and more likely to turn into double play balls.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And I know it's your first at-bat of the ball game, and you want to work the count a little, but those were 2 pretty good pitches to have a rip at.
Tries the
They weren't
slider
even,
to
well,
ring
the
him up, but
first
he
one
lays
was.
off
The other 2
1-2.
wasn't.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to. The great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
High and deep to right center field. Hamilton is
Tag
going
up,
to
tag
get
up.
back, and he'll put this one away
Go.
on the warning track for the first out. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with 1 away. And with that, time to take a glance at the starting 9 for these Brewers. Steve, what do they need to do to complete the sweep?
Well, you get multiple runners on base, so you don't have to have the long ball in order to hang a crooked number on it. You need to avoid the double plays when they do get guys on.
Justin Morneau will stand in, and as you can see, his home and road splits there. He's been a much better hitter away from home. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Runners are at first and third, one away. Hit hard on the ground.
Right at the second
Phillips
baseman,
is up
dog.
with it. Cozart for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. Brandon Phillips steps in, hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games.
Brandon Phillips.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't going to help.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. And this is strike 3 called, says Clyde Washington. Might have looked a bit low, but that's out number 1. And with one away, let's give you a look at the standings in the NL Central entering play as you see where these two teams sit in relation to one another. Adam Duvall comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
The fastball looks awfully sharp here early on. Sounds sharp, too.
And there's ball 1. Now a curveball's in there, 1-2 now.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up on that inside corner or this guy will bury you.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Chop foul at the plate.
Dog, you
It'll
gotta
remain
get
1-2. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Back goes Jackson. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Batting 7.
Zach Cozart will dig in,
2-7.
and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1.
Yeah, a great sell job behind the plate, too. He sort of gently moved that glove back over an inch or two as he was catching that baseball.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. A little bouncer, but it gets foul.
Neither guy giving in here. This is a great at-bat.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is
Thank
over.
God.
Reds are down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Kirk Neuenhuis will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second. Bailey gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Too high. 1-2.
Come on now.
Pitch swung on
No?
and hit in the air. After it is Hamilton. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the Cincinnati Reds. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Yeah, Joey Votto is recognized as a great, actually an elite offensive player, but he's one of the better defensive first basemen as well. He's won a Gold Glove. He's got quick reflexes, soft hands, and most important, he does not make mental mistakes out the field.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
This is lined to left. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
And on 0-2? I think they want this thing down, and it's just a complete miss. Not really any reason to challenge up there when you're in the driver's seat on the mound.
Stepping in now, Kelly Epps, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. He'll check in with an average still south of 230, 1 home run and 11 RBIs. And a strike to even the count, 1-1.
And he's showing some real life with that fastball. That's a great spot on a 1-0 pitch.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2.
That shit curved back in. I saw that. I was like, no.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Swing
Oh,
and a
I
miss on the
should have kept it
fastball
out.
that time. Out number 2. Yadier Rivera
Should've left it.
stand in. It comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
Good fastball there from Bailey as he takes charge, 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Back at Miller Park in Milwaukee as we get you set for the top of the third. Tyler Holt is into the box as we are all set to begin the third. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, 1 away.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Standing in now, Homer Bailey, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Way outside. 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Billy Hamilton will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Line to the right side. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one into. Jimmy Nelson digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3. Bailey into his motion. Here's the pitch.
Nelson.
Oof, looks like he's chasing butterflies with that swing. It's 0-1.
And after another swing and miss on a pitch out of the zone, I think it's time to start taking a different approach.
Yeah, they've fallen behind way too easy, haven't they?
You're just not going to have a lot of success when you're always behind in the count.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact.
Oh.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And we'll go back to the top of the order now for Austin Jackson. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Turned on down the line.
Let's go.
A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. So he's aboard with his second hit of the afternoon so far as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league in that department right now. So we'll see if he can stay hot into the dog days of summer and even move up on that list. Having a great year regardless, though.
Hard hit ball to second. Phillips gets dirty. The throw. One there. And
Thank God.
now, oh, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Well, give him some credit here at second base. He stayed right in there, knowing that he was going to take a hard shot. But there's no question that it did influence his throw because it was well off the mark.
Here's Ryan Braun now. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Got him swinging in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Eugenio Suarez
Like I knew that.
is ready here as we
I
begin
still
the
swung
top
it.
of the fourth.
Still pretty early, but they don't have any hits yet, so you need to get it going
I don't know what I'm
offensively.
doing.
First pitch of the
I
inning is
just- I
taken
struggle so much.
downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Squared that one up just a little late. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Drilled to the right side. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. Joey Votto
Where's my-
is into the
no hitter.
box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
Here's a good spot to finally break through against this guy. You've got the leadoff man on, the heart of the order's coming up, and maybe this is a good chance to get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
Back to Morneau, a double play. Devin Mesoraco will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
Hot shot down the line, but this will get foul for strike two. Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Justin Morneau is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
And Bailey will take something off to start the at-bat. No balls and a strike. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Changeup called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2. In the dirt,
Dude, every
but swung
time.
on and missed. Mesoraco recovers, and the throw is there to record the first out.
The right fielder.
Kirk
Every time,
Newnice
dog.
is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. No runs, 4 hits. 1 error thus far in the game for Milwaukee. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. Bailey sets his sights. Here's the 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Line drive to center field, and that's into the outfield.
Thank God.
For a one-out base hit.
Now batting, catcher.
Settling in now, Delman Ladd. He reached on a single in his first try. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. One and one.
I wanted that pitch too, man. Hold up.
Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2. Slapped hard the opposite way. Oh, and this goes right past him.
Oh, shit.
Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate. The tag from Mesoraco, and they got him at the plate.
Now batting, third baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kelly Epps. He looked to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometime.
That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Around third and being waved on.
Let's go.
And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, the offense for these guys has kind of been like you, Steve, all year long. Been on vacation. They didn't get much going yesterday at all. They've been shut down pretty well in this one, too. But finally, a little hope as they're on the board here with the RBI single.
Swing and a liner, but foul.
Early. How long do I have to wait on that? See, and I was there on that.
Off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. On the ground to the left side. Backhanded. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired.
Leading off for Cincinnati, second baseman, Brandon Phillips.
Chop foul
Well, at
with
least
the
I got
plate,
an
strike
RBI.
1.
But does it count towards the other guy? No, right? Yeah, I figured. Because he wouldn't have scored if the right fielder didn't mess up.
And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead,
I
nothing
don't know
in
who
2.
Garcia is, but he's going crazy. That brother has 30 home runs.
A little bit off the outside, it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder.
I have
Look at our
6
line
hits,
score
only
here
one run
through
to
the
show for
first
it.
4, and as we've mentioned, just 1 hit for these guys this afternoon. Adam Duvall is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. No runs, just 1 hit, and 2 errors thus far for Cincinnati. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. And you see it right there on your screen. Strikeout number 200 for him on the year, as he has been very difficult to solve this season. Zach Cozart in now. He went down looking in his first trip to the plate.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. Liner towards second.
Let's go.
This will
Finally.
be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. They trail this one 1-0. Jimmy Nelson will come forward now to start things out against his opposite number. And these two have matched each other pitch for pitch here through the first half or so of this ball game.
Yeah, I think we had an idea runs might be hard to come by. You know, maybe not this hard to come by, but both of these guys have been just about flawless so far.
And he
I'll make him throw
looks
some
at
of
the
the
changeup in
pitches.
there, 1-1.
I'll strike out.
And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Austin Jackson digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
Austin Jackson.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Holt sprinting after it. Oh no, looked like he had it, but it goes right by him.
Is that another error on him?
Yeah, it looked like a fairly routine play there. Don't know if he took his eye off it or what, but he winds up basically whiffing on the catch, and that's going to wind up a two-base error.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. That evens it up 1-1. Looking to keep this a one-run game. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
Be careful not to airmail that thing over your catcher's head. You got to make sure you don't overthrow it.
Changeup called to strike, and he comes back even at 2-2.
Yeah, it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase. But when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
And this one misses here. A close pitch on 3-2, but Clyde Washington rules it ball 4. Some activity out in the bullpen
All right,
now
let's
as
do
the
this. Come on.
left-handers begin to stir. He's set. Here it comes. Ryan Braun is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's
I'll probably send this
0-1.
bitch.
Good pitch right there, right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, bang.
You know what? I don't know if there's ever a good time for a hit by pitch, but there are definitely some bad times, and that was a bad time right there. Now you load the bases, and you do it for a dangerous hitter as well.
Here's Justin Morneau as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
Kind of interesting to see how he's going to respond to this situation that he's worked himself into.
Yeah, he hasn't found himself in too many tough spots, but he's got one now.
Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
No,
And
that's
he
just
comes
one.
back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Just got a piece to the right side. In to score is the runner from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Is that another one where I don't?
Come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far.
Where he doesn't.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Oh, and with 2 outs, you want to make sure those guys earn that run. Don't let them score on a wild pitch.
Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1. Ground ball right side. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. So it winds up being a run on no hits, and they leave 2 men on. Tyler Holt will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fellow on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. Just a touch outside. 1-2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Jackson on the run.
Austin
He's
Jackson,
there
thank you,
and
sir.
records the first out. Into the box now, Homer Bailey. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball. So let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2.
Oh, you throw another one right
That's
there.
a
I'm
good
throwing a sinker
spot
right
for
down the
that
middle.
fastball on 0-2.
All right.
That couldn't have been an easy
Stop.
take.
Curveball. Boop.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point. So his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Billy Hamilton is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Right side. Fielded by Jeanette. Throw over to Morneau's going to be in time, and with it, the side is retired. Delman Ladd gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team. Bailey's ready. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Outside for a ball, 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
Hit
Right
sharply
at
on the
second base.
ground. Phillips throws to first, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, third baseman,
Kelly Epps will stand in.
104 to the
Strikeout
second
victim
baseman
his
is
first
crazy.
time, and then a base hit last time around. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Line softly toward the hole. That's in for a base
go.
hit, and he's 2 for 3.
Oh, threw that shit right
Digging
down the
in,
middle.
Yadier Rivera. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Bailey with a look at first. And he'll get back in safely.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on him.
Must think something's up.
And the slider bounces, and that'll get on by. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1.
Nope,
no offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. Jimmy Nelson gets a chance to swing away, and he'll have a chance to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone.
Well, you know, some pitchers flat out just don't like to go up there and swing it, and I get it.
Hot shot to first base and a great play to end the inning. Milwaukee. Back here at Miller Park in Milwaukee.
I don't understand.
We're on to the 7th now with the Brewers out on top. If you're joining us late, good time to get caught up as there's our game summary. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out. Joey Votto will stand in looking to turn things around. He's struck out and bounced into a double play so far. Not such a hot start. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Certainly in this streak, he's had a lot of those opportunities come late in ball games, but he extends it again with another clutch base hit.
Devin Mesoraco is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. And he punches out another one, make it 9.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
He continues to pitch well out there. Here's his pitch breakdown so far.
That was a ball. It's called a strike.
0-1.
Yeah, I'm happy for it.
In there, and he's in control 0-2 now. I'll tell you, he's been living on that corner all afternoon.
And you can tell guys at the plate, they're starting to get frustrated. He just hasn't made many mistakes at all. And when he has, they've been out of the zone.
The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Oh, the crowd thought they had him, but definitely outside. Not by a whole lot there.
A runner on first with 2 away. Hot shot on the ground is short. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. And you can see on the graphic right here that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
From the stretch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Here's a little chopper up the middle, scooped up. On to first, and the Reds rally comes up short here as that ends the inning. Add another 0 as it's up to 7 shutout innings so far. Tony Cingrani will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th. And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Out in front of it, strike 1. Cingrani pauses. Here's the 0-1. Hard hit ball to second. And there's a base hit. So a chance for some insurance here to start out.
Thank God a ball is able to get past Brandon Phillips. That brother's cooking me.
Oh, yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his 3rd hit in 4 trips. All of them singles. And he's been a tough out all game long.
Scooter Gennett Comes to the plate here, and we'll see how they play it with that leadoff man on base.
Yeah, and in this situation, you've got to move that runner to second any way you can. So we're going to see how they decide to play it right here.
Phillips for
Should have just taken it.
On Devato, a double play.
Left fielder number 8.
Ryan
Doing
Braun
stupid shit, so
stand in now.
should have just
0 for
taken
2
the
with a
ball.
hit by pitch so far. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here.
Should just
0-1.
taking it, but like, hey,
Bases
like, I
are
don't
empty
think
here
the
with
ball.
2 men
I
out.
want to give it a strike. Just let it be. But I got 2 over here.
Scorch to third. Suarez scoops it up. Throw on Devato will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. Brewers go down quietly as they're unable. Leading off the inning, Zach Cozart, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Right side hit hard. And this is going to find its way into right for a base hit. The leadoff man's on to start the 8th.
And this is really one of the few balls they've hit solidly all afternoon. So now we'll see if maybe they can get something going here.
Jeremy Jeffress will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out. Tyler Holt will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
And they will
That was-
not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. Jordan Pacheco will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Doug Majum will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Doug
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
And here's where the Reds need that one key hit that's been avoiding them.
Swing and a miss, it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95-plus mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Breaking ball. That's
Well, thank
in
you,
the dirt
David.
as he takes a ball.
Thank you,
First and
David.
second here with nobody out. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
And again, they try to take him down in the strike zone just to see if he'll go after that pitch below the knees. But with 2 strikes, he's been able to lay off that thing now twice in a row.
The batter number 6.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Billy Hamilton. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1.
And you know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset. Well, I think this is going to wind up working pretty much like a sacrifice, but I don't think that's what he had in mind. This wasn't a show early and make sure you get it down kind of a bunt. He was trying to beat that one out, but a good throw is going to take care of him.
Swing and a miss, and he's in
All right, come on.
control, 0-2.
Boy, and if these guys come away with nothing here, we'll have squandered a real good opportunity.
Rivera is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. It's strand a couple. They trail things here 2-0. Juan Cortez is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th. That's lifted the other way out to left. Moving under it, Duvall. 1 out.
Now batting.
Kirk Neuenhuis gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Lefty versus lefty, and the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Actually, we're gonna let Will Smith rest. We're gonna put Thornton and Boaz out closer. I should have went the other way, but it is what it is.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
I disagree with this call.
Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the second out. Delman Ladd will step in. A ground-out victim as last time.
Delman Ladd.
And looks like he got
Dude,
the
there
call
he's-
there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. That backdoor slider catches the corner, or close enough at least. 0-2.
When he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
That's popped up.
I had to
out
swing at
toward
that.
short right field. Phillips onto the grass. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Joey Votto will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far. So, quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Corey Knebel will come on now, hoping to wrap this one up here in the top of the ninth. Joey Votto is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Tried to shoot the
Come
corner,
on,
and
he be
missed
giving the
it.
other guy
2-2.
Yeah, that's a good pitch there. That thing tried to come back, but didn't quite get there.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And
They were
he's
giving that
retired
boy
here,
that
one
call
away.
all game.
The catcher, number 39.
Devin Mesoraco will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs. Big curveball swung on and missed. 0-1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Baseman number 4, Brandon Phillips.
Brandon Phillips is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. To short, hit hard. Rivera comes up with it. Throw to first here in time for the final out. And
Let's
the
go.
Brewers have finished off a 3-game sweep here on home soil as this one is over.
Yeah, what a nice job to come in here and finish this one off. And with that, he picks up career save number 1. So nice going.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And this is what you want out of your starter. He gives him 7 strong innings, sets things up perfectly for his bullpen to get the final 6 out. He's going to walk away with a victory. Good job.
2 runs.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a...
Okay.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. In the National League Central, the Milwaukee Brewers allowed 5 hits in the game as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 2-0. Heading into today, the Brewers are in 3rd place in the NL Central. They're 17.5 games out of first. The Reds are at the bottom of the division. They're over
8-0. Damn. More no-hit or home run?
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Looking first at the NL Central, the Milwaukee Brewers totaled 11 hits as a team as they got the win in a laugher against the Rangers, 8-0. Looking at the standings, the Rangers sit in 4th place.
Oh, that might be the reason why we lose, boys.
The regular
Yeah, it's maybe
season
over
is
for us,
winding
boys.
down, but the postseason races are heating up. Here's how yesterday's nail-biting action went down.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way we're coming back. We're eliminated. Oh, we
It's
tried.
officially scoreboard watching season as the regular season comes to a close. Here on Inside the Show. In the National League Central, John Lackey got his 16th win this year, leading the Cubbies to a win over the Pirates, 5-1. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. At the moment, the Pirates are in second place in the NL Central, 17 games out of first. The Cubs are atop the division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second place. The St. Louis Cardinals earned the 4-game series sweep as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds, 3-1. They now have 5 straight wins. Right now, the Cardinals sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Reds are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Michael Marriott had his first victory of the year as the Phillies took care of the Braves, 3-1. As of today, the Braves sit in 4th place in the National League East Division.